What's your y'all? Let's take a look at Publisher, another of the many intriguing horses in this year's Kentucky Derby. A career maiden, but very interesting nonetheless. Trained by Steve Asperson, Irad Ortiz will be the jockey, not Flavian Pratt, which is kind of interesting as a this is Saturday morning. From what I understand, Flavian Pratt doesn't have a Derby mount. So that's a little bit of a surprise that Irad would be chosen. Moreover, Irad is a jockey who tends to be better when he's up around the leaders and can be really aggressive. Publisher's been coming from behind. So it's an interesting choice. And it may speak to some trainer intent. We'll have to see how Publisher trains and follow him pretty closely as we move forward. Take a look at the pedigree. It's by a Triple Crown winner, which is pretty good, American Pharaoh. And that's a good stamina line. Pioneer of the Nile, Empire Maker, Unbridled. That's all excellent stamina. On the dam side, not so much. Indian Pride, a black type winner in her own right. But this one, I went back a couple of. You can go all the way back to Upper Dancer, and you get, I believe, you get Biofuel, who was a filly who was on the Oaks Trail and ran in some of the summer premium stakes races. So with good effects. So there's there is some stamina in there. I just don't know quite how much. Proud Citizen was is a bit of a stamina influence as well. Looking at the Conduit Mare profile, you can see there is 10 solid, and it is skewed. Excuse me, it is skewed towards stamina, 11 to 13, and the triads, are also skewed a little bit towards stamina as well. So I would say at the outset that. I don't think a mile and a quarter is going to be an issue. Really, more than anything else, the way this horse runs would give you the thought that probably will be in the mix because of just coming from off the pace, won't be doing a lot of heavy lifting early. So I think Publisher, the way he's been running as well, the Arkansas Derby most notably, and the Rebel Stakes for that matter, I think he's going to be okay at the distance. Take a look at the running lines, and it's pretty interesting that you see that the first three races, nothing, 3/3 in a row, which is always when you start seeing that in the money finish multiple times, then you start wondering second-itis perhaps or trouble winning, but. And really wasn't progressing terribly much, was sort of running the same way. And you see that late fraction was decreasing ever so slightly with each race, as well as the early fraction. So I don't know, he's kind of foundering. But second off the layoff, put it together with a nice maiden effort behind American Promise. It was in the mud, but they felt enough about him to put him into stakes races. And we take a look at the Southwest Stakes. I know he had a fair amount of traffic in there. The Rebel Stakes as well, going down the stretch, he was sandwiched between Sandman and I believe one other that escapes me right now, and was able to break through. And I thought was a pretty good effort. And I got excited about that horse, about Publisher after the Rebel Stakes. And the Arkansas Derby, he kind of put it all together. So you see, since he's moved to Stakes Company, you see a steady progression. And if you look at the pace numbers, there's the last two anyway. You see that he's perhaps maybe a little bit more engaged, not a lot, but he's managing his speed better. You see that big E2 for the Arkansas Derby, so there was a big middle move there to come from off the pace to get involved. And needed to be, right? Because the pace was so hot with Cornucopian and Speed King dueling it out. And he basically took the same path that Sandman did. Sandman was just a little quicker. Got ahead by a little bit. Otherwise, we might have been talking about Publisher breaking his maiden in the Arkansas Derby. It was a really solid effort. He did get his career high number. And you do also see in the three stakes races a nice steady progression: 116, 119, 121. So this is a horse who is getting better. And I mean, for all counts, I mean, I think he's one that we certainly have to pay pretty good attention to. I like the fact that one of the things I've been noticing in particular this year, especially with Tistastic and Publisher, is both of them have sort of been towards the inside in their first few races. They've been taking a lot of kickback, had some trouble here and there, haven't really been able to get free. But you see what happens with Tistastic when he got free. He won the Louisiana Derby, and you see Publisher, when he got free to the outside, he finished very well in the Arkansas Derby. I don't know if that was by design or what, but it does seem to be something that helps with their maturity. And particularly when you consider a 20-horse field in the Kentucky Derby, I think that really is a feather in their cap. That's something that certainly is going to help. So on the whole, I'd say American or Publisher is a horse that is heading in the right direction and might be pretty dangerous Derby day. So we'll take our first take in the positive progression. I think this horse is definitely getting better. The last three stakes races, he's certainly shown marked improvement, and I think that'll hold him well. In keeping with that, a career high Brisnet figure last out, and he looks like he might be ready for another move forward. Staying away from the pace. There may be pace in this race this year, and if so, his mid-pack to late running style would certainly keep him out of trouble and would have him coming late. That's a positive. It's also a negative because he may have too much to do, as he quite often does. So it's a double-edged sword. The way he runs is that he will be out of trouble, but he also is going to have to work out a trip. And he may not have enough time, even at 1.25 miles, to get up. So to me, and he is a career maiden. He hasn't won yet. We don't know if he knows how to do that. It looks like he's getting closer, and certainly it is to his credit that he's competed at the graded stakes level without a maiden score. But it is a concern for sure. So on the whole, I mean, I think Publisher is very interesting as a horse. I think I worry that he'll be a little bit of a wise guy horse, but I think we'll get a price. How good the price is, we'll see. But I think he's one we certainly have to consider for the Derby. And provided he continues to train well, then I think he's one that we really ought to be thinking about. More so to spice up the exotics as opposed to being a win candidate. So that's Publisher. We're going to have more Derby contenders. We've got a few more left. Hope to have all that done by the early next week at the latest. And then we will get into our elements of handicapping, form, class, speed, and pace for all the Derby contenders. And then we will do it for the Oaks as well. So plenty of more content on the way. And if you do like postings like this, please like and subscribe. And again, thanks so much to all of you who have grown our community. Keep those comments coming. I am loving that. And I think it benefits all of us. So let's keep doing that. Let's keep our community nice and tight and talking to each other. So that's it from here. I'll talk to you soon. And until then, be well.